I do what it takes.
Center Wellington's best music here on the Grand at 101, 10:36 on a nice Saturday morning. Imagine Dragons and Whatever It Takes. I don't know if you had the opportunity to catch the Stanley Cup playoffs, but they performed that song at the beginning of Game 2 because I guess they had asked to do it as well, too, because they're actually Vegas residents. Didn't help Las Vegas out. They still ended up losing, but that's besides the point. I have Nancy Harper. She's in the studio with me, and she's going to talk about the Fork in the Road Festival. Hey, Nancy, how are you?
Hey, I'm good, thanks. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. This is something that I only found out about on Tuesday through Pam and Nick Gush. They were in here. Well, Pam Davies. Don't associate Pam with Nick, but Pam Davies and Nick Gush were in performing for us on Swap Talk, and she was talking about it. So a little bit of information about it. When is it happening, Nancy?
It is happening Saturday, June 9th.
So this coming Saturday.
Yep, this coming Saturday at our farm in Elora, which is 6460 Wellington Road 7. It's called the Fork in the Road Festival, and the gates open at noon, and we've got 8 bands. First one starts at 2 o'clock.
And you were telling me most of these people are local bands besides the headliner.
Yeah, they are. The headliner is the only band where the folks don't live in Elora or Fergus, but his sister does.
Right.
Jen Byrne from Awareness Yoga. Shout out to Jen if you're listening. But yeah, bands 1 through 7, they all live here, and they're all fantastic. And they are doing this out of the goodness of their hearts, which is so fantastic.
Yeah, and this community is unbelievable for pulling things off like this, right? And this is going to support a great cause as well, too.
It is. It's going to support a cause called Hope for Help. So if you want to come next Saturday, guys, go to hopeforhelp.ca, and the 4 is the number 4. And you can buy your tickets. So it's $35 for the whole day. It's 8 bands. There's a beer tent, games for the kids. There's just tons of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's an open festival, right?
Food and, the whole thing, the whole 9 yards, yeah.
And you were saying as well, too, the Elora Brewing Company is donating some beverages.
Are. So thanks to you guys for doing that. Universal Rentals is also sponsoring us. So we're hoping to have a really great turnout. And just a little bit about the cause, guys. Hope for Help is a small nonprofit organization run by some very dear friends of ours, Christy and Amy, who are identical twins. They live in Toronto. They've been fundraising for this community in Kenya for about 12 years. And it started when they were in their mid-20s. And they were backpacking from the top of Africa down to Cape Town. And on their way, they kind of stumbled across this little village and fell in love with the kids who were, they didn't have a school. They were kind of learning under a tree. That was basically what it was. And Christy and Amy were so inspired by the people. They ended up staying there for months. And now 12 years later, because of the funds that these guys have raised, there's 1,200 kids at this school. It's a proper school. And there's, a greenhouse.
Education, right?
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. So they raise money for a daily food program, and they feed these kids every day.
And educate them and give them a reason, right? Give
Absolutely.
them education-wise to teach them even more than what they would have been getting as well, too.
Yeah,
like you said, 12 years ago, no school.
That's right.
No ability to learn, and probably even on raising food as well, too.
Yeah, definitely. So these kids come from all over the area, and they get a warm or a hot meal, I guess, every day, which doesn't necessarily happen away from this school. So these girls, you don't often meet girls in their mid-20s who are raising money, and now they're in their mid-30s. They're doing the same thing, and they do it all on their own. And so we just thought, you know what? Let's have a big party on our farm in Elora, and let's give the proceeds to their nonprofit. So that's what we're going to do.
So I guess it would be on Saturday. They'll be marking where you can, there'll be parking available, and
there will be parking available, and there's about 22 acres of land down where we live, and so there's lots of room. And overnight camping for free.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So if you want to bring your tent, then go for it.
Yeah, and have a beverage, and you don't have to worry about driving home. Now most people will be kind of wondering where that's located, but I think they call it the Man Mall. It's where the hardware store, the beer store, and the market is as
and
well.
Dars.
And
that's
Dars,
right?
right?
Yeah.
So it's everything that you're looking for. So, if you're heading out of town, the racetrack is on the right-hand side, and Tim's and everything else is on the other side.
Yeah.
It must be right in that area.
So if you're heading south on Highway 7, it's between the racetrack and the Home Hardware. And you're going to turn in there at 6460 Wellington Road 7. And the house is a full mile off the highway, so you just keep coming. When you come to the fork, hence the name Fork in the Road Festival. I kind of came up with that. I was kind of proud, actually, because, when a kid gets lend a hand, in life, they can go one way or the other. If they get some help in life, that fork they might take.
It works out,
so
right?
Anyway,
you
come to the fork, you'll get there.
And it's really great the community can help out as well, too. So we'll make sure that if they head over to, what's the website?
This is where you guys are going to buy your tickets. It's hopeforhelp.ca. $35 for the whole day, kids 12 and under for free, and it is a very family-friendly festival, and there's going to be lots of stuff for kids to do. So please do bring your kids.
8 bands, free camping. There'll be food available on site, and parking available as well too. Could they buy tickets at the door as well too, Nancy?
They could, but we do have a limit on the numbers that insurance purposes that we're allowed to let in. So if they can buy online, that's ideal.
Yeah, and then you'll know how many are coming.
That's
great.
Right.
We'll make sure we keep sending them your way, and it's for a great cause. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks so much for having me.
This is Grand Music.
We're Centre Wellington's best music. The Grand at 101.
Grand at 101, 1044, and time now for our community and weather together. As you heard from Nancy, big festival going on. Fork in the Road Festival taking place next to Saturday, right in Elora. If you want to get tickets and find out what's going on, head over to hopeforhelp.ca, and the 4 is actually the number 4. Make sure that you take it in. It sounds like a great cause, and it sounds like it's going to be a great time. Lots of local bands going to be there.